Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're featuring an absolutely gorgeous Sinn model. This is the 356 copper. I just think this is a lovely looking watch. The first time I ever actually saw this watch would have been 2009. I was living in Germany and I had the chance to go to the Sinn factory tour, and the lady who showed me round on the whole tour, she was there for probably 2.5 to 3 hours with me. She was actually wearing one of these, and I remember looking at her wrist and thinking, I really like that model. And for some reason, I've got no idea, but I never actually brought one. I think it was kind of because I think back in 2009 all watches we were buying were bigger. This one's a fraction smaller, but I don't know, but my loss anyway. So before I get too far into review, I've got to say a massive thank you to Ryan for allowing me to review this watch. He never ceases to surprise me when it comes to watches to review. If you're in the Midlands area, please pop into the shop, check it out. It's got some amazing watches in stock. If you can't make it, I'll leave a link in the description and leave it below. So anyway, the Sinn 356. Let's talk sizes first. 38.5mm. 15 millimeters thick. Now I know some of you are going to whinge and you're going to say 15mm, that's far too big. But you remember, you're talking a automatic chronograph here. Now, with half decent, kind of water resistancy, if you can find me a automatic chronograph which is say less than £5,000, please let me know. I will be intrigued. I say with some decent water resistancy as well. But anyway, lug to lug after that whinge. Lug to lug is 45.5, I believe it is, and the bracelet width on this one is 20mm. Now, let's have a look at that. Isn't it gorgeous? I love this electroplated dial. I think it is absolutely fantastic. It really does look good. It's got a kind of guilloché style patterning to there, which really does kind of reflect the light out in all different angles. It just looks superb, and especially when you contrast it against these kind of black hour markers and these black style syringe hands. I just think it really is a cracking looking watch. And then you got the Sinn logo here, day-date convocation, Flieger, so pilot, to fly, sorry, plane I think it is in Deutsch. You do have loom in all three of these hands and the hour markers going around there. Now, as you can see, this subdial is running. That's your constant running seconds. Now, this is a chronograph, so it's got a stopwatch. If we start that running, very solid, engaging push on that. Feels absolutely top notch. It just looks superb. The top subdial, that is your minute recorder for your chronograph, and down here is your hour recorder. Now it can record all the way up to a 12-hour period, so always good to know in case you want to time something very long. Now as we come out, we have this incredibly lovely domed crystal. See this nice box section going on there coming round, and it is a double domed. They actually make it, I believe, out of a 5mm billet of sapphire and then grind it. I believe they do so they can clear the hand stack here, because it does pronounce quite high. So I think you wouldn't be able to fit it if you simply put a flat one there. You'd simply hit hands. Now, as this will come round, you should see this jump over to record 1 minute. Let's have a look. Boom, there you go. So it just, overall, I think it just looks absolutely superb. Let's stop the chrono. So stop it, press that. Now reset, this will jump and that will jump. Very solid, goes back perfectly. Now, as we come out, we have this satinized finishing going along there. They just do it so well. There's nothing really as such special, but just what they do well. We do have the holes for the lugs there. Now, that enables us to change the spring bars out quite easily and safely. You do get the tool in the box for doing that. Now, as we come round here, we obviously have the pushers going on there, and we have a Sinn S on the crown there, so it is signed. Now, if I pull this out, you can see there is quite a bit of screw thread on there. locking that back in. This does actually have, how much is it? I think it's 100 meters of water resistancy. Now, it does have the pushers, but please do not press these pushers whilst underwater. There is a chance you'll get water ingress by pressing these. Now, if you want a diver's watch where you can actually press them, that is available from Sinn. They are one of the few companies who do make a watch with what they call the D3 system. Now, as we come round here, I've left a protective film on this bracelet, but this is what Sinn refers to as their fine link bracelet. I think it looks dressy. It is also available, I believe you can get a strap and what's in called their H-link bracelet, which is great and does offer a certain amount of micro adjustment, because the one problem with a fine link, which they do cost a little bit more, but you don't get any kind of micro adjustment as such. You do get these half links here, which are slightly smaller, which allows you to find a size for you. You do get the actual tools for this as well in the box. Also, I believe some Loctite. So, and we do have the signed in there. You have to press both of these to release. Now, as we come round the back, we have another sapphire crystal here. I should point out it's got double AR on both sides there. Now, back there, as you can see through there, throughout very, very nicely decorated rotor, saying Sinn, is the Sellita SW500 movement. Now, I put this on the time graph, and you know what I'm going to say, because they always do. Sinn do a great job of regulation. This was coming out at around about 3.5 seconds. And to be fair, that's well within chronometer spec regulations. Remember, other companies may use what is termed as the same movement, but do they use a top grade like Sinn actually do? That's one thing to be aware of. This movement is based on the old ETA 7750. It's got around about 60 hours of power reserve, 25 joules, has anti-magnetic properties. Now, one thing to be aware of any movement which is based on that, you do have the rotor is very free spinning, and it is sometimes audible. If I put that near the mic, you should hear it slightly. Oh, sorry, I just bashed the mic. But anyway, you can actually hear and sometimes feel the rotor when it is spinning. I personally like that because it is a mechanical watch. It is kind of working, and I like it. We also have blued screws back there, which and more decorating. That is attention to detail. If you're into like actual watchmaker or anything, blued screws, getting them right is very impressive. So anyway, let's put it on my wrist. You got an idea how it looks. If I zoom out a little bit, quick wrist check. I'm also wearing a 38.5mm watch, which I only got the other day. Absolutely loving it. Another German brand called Nomos. That is the Club Campus model. Bob, what you got on over there? It's a, I don't even know what it is. It's a Ballon Ross automatic chronometer, power reserve. Looks very nice actually. But anyway, my wrist size is 7.25 inches. So let's put this on. Now you can see we do have a little bit of extra bracelet air, which is always handy, and I think it looks absolutely stunning. I'm a bit gutted that this one got away from me because I think it is such a stunningly good looking watch. So anyway, let me know, guys, would you buy a 38.5mm watch, or do you think it's too small? Remember, a watch like this is all dial. I wouldn't be surprised if this has got the same dial size as probably a 42mm watch. Anyway, let me know in the comments below, is it a watch you'd purchase? Okay, all the best, and most importantly, stay safe out there. Bye.